Hi everyone. So this is an attempt to rescue an amazing book, horror book from obscurity. So the book is called Les Chants de Maldoror, the Songs of Maldoror by Comte de Lautréamont. We don't know much about the author now. Don't worry, I will have the title in the description to this TikTok. We don't know much about the author. Um, the book is vicious and gorgeous at the same time. And it was a huge um, influence and inspiration for the French surrealists. So I'm just going to read some quotes from the book that hopefully will show you just how stunning it is. Okay, so here we go. Few quotes. Um, it is the silent hour when more than one human being dreams. He sees the apparition of women loaded with chains, trailing their shrouds, covered with spots of blood as an ebony sky is with stars. Another quote. I have seen men who believed themselves gods. Their eyes were empty, their hands were dead leaves. They spoke words like crumbling statues, and when the wind blew through them, they vanished. What if the stars were wounds in the skin of the sky? What if the sun was a great golden scar? I look at the heavens and I see something that should not be there, something that should not exist. The moon is an open mouth, screaming without sound. The trees whisper things I do not want to understand. The river is carrying away the reflection of my face, and I let it go. If you listen carefully at night, you can hear the ocean grinding its teeth. It is not seeming, it is knowing at the edge of the world. Okay, now this is a longer quote. It's kind of a story within a story that, again, I think it's completely gorgeous, but also painful. Okay. See the mad woman as she passes by, dancing and vaguely recalling something. Children pursue her with stones if she were a blackbird. She brandishes a stick and makes as if to pursue them, then continues on her way. She left a shoe behind and does not notice it. Long spider's legs crawl at the nape of her neck. These are nothing but her hair. Her face resembles no human countenance, and she bursts into shrieks of laughter like a hyena. She lets fall rags of phrases of which, if they were knit together, few would, few would have any clear significance. Her gown, torn in several places, utters about her bony and filthy legs. She wanders on like a poplar leaf borne on a whirlwind of unconscious associations. She, her youth, her illusions, and her former happiness remembered now through the mists of a ruined mind. She has lost her pristine grace and beauty. Her bearing is mean, and her breath reeks of brandy. If men were happy on this earth, there would be cause for astonishment. The mad woman makes no reproaches. She is too proud to complain, and will die without having revealed her secret to those who interest themselves in her, but whom she has forbidden ever to address a word to her. Children pursue her with stones, if she were a blackbird. She has dropped a roll of paper from her bosom. Someone picks it up, locks himself in his room all night, and reads the manuscript that follows. After many sterile years, Providence sent me a daughter. For 3 days I kneeled down in churches in unceasing gratitude to the great name of Him who had at last fulfilled my hopes. I nourished her, who was more than my life, with my own milk. I saw her growing rapidly, endowed with all qualities of soul and body. She said to me, I should like to have a little sister to play with. Ask God to send me one, and to reward him, I will weave him a garland of violets, peppermint, and geraniums. When she spoke to me of the tombs in the cemetery, telling me that she could breathe the pleasant perfumes of cypress and everlasting trees in that atmosphere, I refrained from contradicting her. But I told her that the cemetery was a bird town, that there the birds would sing from dawn until twilight, and that the tombs were their nests where they slept at night with their families, lifting up the marble covers. I sewed all the dear little garments she wore, as well as the laces with their 1,000 arabesques reserved for Sunday. In winter, she had her special place by the hearth, where she took herself very seriously, and during the summer, the meadows knew the gentle pressure of her footstep when she ventured forth with her silken nest fastened to the end of a rush to catch the independent little hummingbirds and butterflies with their provoking zigzags. What have you been up to, little vagabond? Well, supper has been waiting an hour, and your spoon grows impatient. But she would cry out, flinging her arms about my neck, that she would never roam again. Next day she would be off again through the daisies and mignonette, amid the sun's rays and the whirling light of ephemeral insects, knowing only the prismatic goblet of life and not yet the goal, happy in being larger than a titmouse, laughing at the warbler for not singing as well as the nightingale, slyly sticking out her tongue at the rascally crow who watched her paternally, and graceful as a young cat. I was not to enjoy her presence for long. The time was approaching when she should in an unforeseen manner bid farewell to the magic of life and abandon forever the company of the turtle dove, the hazel grouse, and the greenwich, the prattle of the tulip and the anemone, the advice of the water grasses, the keen spirit of frogs and the freshness of streams. They told me what had happened, for I was not by when the event took place that resulted in the death of my daughter. So that's That's what I have here. Is also a beautiful line that I highlighted. It simply says that the tiger-headed dragon utters howls that awaken the forests. So I hope you will check this out. And again, this is Les Chants de Maldoror, the Songs of Maldoror. The description will be in the TikTok or under it, and I send my regards.